Hello everybody, thank you for stopping by. Happy Wednesday morning. I'm so glad that you did. If this is your first time, welcome. And for my returning members, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it so much. Your support means so much to me. I'm so glad to be back with my friends. I have some news. We have a new member of our family. His name is Robin, and he's a kitty cat. He's 3 years old, and we adopted him from a woman who had to go back to Latvia to care for her mom, who's 90 years old, and she's going to be there for about a year. So she couldn't take him with her, and it took her a month to rehome him. And we were chosen, and we love him. We've had him for 3 weeks, and he was on a temporary, I didn't say anything or show pictures on my social media until it was definite, but she was very happy, and we're very happy. So he took to us pretty much right away. So anyway, another announcement is I have a journal that I'm working on that I want to give away to my subscribers. I'll be doing a drawing a week from today. So anyone who comments on this video or any video titled Nora, which will probably be about 3 videos until I have it finished, but it's something that I would like to do for my subscribers or for anybody that's new to my channel as a thank you for being so patient with me over the last 3.5 months and returning to my channel. It truly means a lot to me. So the journal I'm working on is called, let's see, I'm using Grace Angel Tears, Faith Kit, and True Shabby Chic, which is 3 kits, and it's by French Cottage, a Shabby, on Etsy. I'll leave all the information in the link below in case you want to see the kits or purchase them. They're 20% off currently, and they're fabulous, and her prices are very, very reasonable. So let's begin. So I've got the pages for the journal done. I just have to put in, some music papers and things like that, but I wanted to show you the journal and then what we're going to make for it today. So it's I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and staff comfort me. And I printed that on tissue tracing paper. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. Daisy is a fabulous watercolor artist. I think she does acrylics as well, but most of her work is watercolors. And then she digitizes it and then obviously sells it on Etsy. So these are all her original watercolors that you'll see here. And then I used her pastel papers. Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. These are all her watercolors. That's on tracing paper. This I printed on, I printed this on linen paper. I just love how it came out. And there's a lot of scripture and things in the background. Isn't that beautiful? I hope you can see it well. I had to close my blinds. It was so bright. The sun's really beaming today. And I did yellows, blues, and pinks for the papers. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. That swan is just gorgeous. She's such a beautiful artist. And then here's some of the photographs I'll be putting in. And this is Nora. That's why I'm titling the kit Nora. And these are available in 8.5 by 11. I sized them down. You can print them and frame them. I'm going to be doing that for my guest room. So this is her. She's just beautiful. And this is a colored one of her. And then these are from a different kit, but I loved them so. And I had them printed, so I'm going to add those. And then some more cabinet cards from a different kit, so I'm going to add those as well. And then I have a whole bunch of ephemera that I'm going to be using. And this is going to be the center. And then today I started making some clusters, which I printed her, some of her ephemera down really tiny so I could use those for the focal point. And then this says, love is patient, love is kind, that I had typed out and, made the cluster. And I thought, I'm going to turn on the camera and see if my friends would like to join me in making some clusters. And I'll show you what else. I'm going to be making some altered paper clips that you can use. You can mass make these and then put them in a box or a bag and then have them ready for when you want to use them. So I'll set this aside, and there'll be more in here, obviously a cover, but I wanted to show you the kit. And I won't show you all the ephemera today because it will just take up a lot of time. So let's get started. I've already made these 2 clusters. This is Hope, and I put a little button here. And then this is actually a tag from the kit. Do I have it right here? I can show you. Well, I don't have it right here, so. But anyway, all of these little things are either postcards or tags from the kit that I've sized way down. I sized the whole page way down and then fussy cut them out. So yeah, and then these are just I take my punch every time I have scrap paper. I'll take punches and I'll punch circles and flowers and things like that, so that when I do go to make clusters or collages or whatever, I have them. I put them in a box. And then I have this that I always pull out for my clusters because it's all like my words and things like that I've already got cut out. So I always gather some things when I'm getting ready to do clusters. And so I've gathered some pearls. I've gathered my favorite buttons from Angela Kerr. And then some little flowers. Here are some little crocheted things from my friend Vita from Ukraine. And then I always, have this on my desk. So if I want to sew buttons, little pearls. I saved my strips because these actually look really nice on the edge of a page. So after I punch them, I keep these strips in case I want to put them on the edge of a page. And then some more words I've got typed out. I just haven't cut them yet. These are on vintage typing paper, and these are just on regular copy paper. And then I get a pile of what I'm going to use from my clusters. So I have some just scraps that I've put through the embossing machine. And then this is actually a printable in the kit. This is in the pastels kit, I think. And I've printed it on both the tracing paper and some linen paper. And then this is just part of it. It's part of the kit, but it was a misprint, so I pulled that. Some music paper, a doily. So I've got some papers. I've got my laces next to me. This is just my scrap box, and I put some cheesecloth in there, but this is my scrap box lace. And then I have another box that, has specific laces in it, but this is what I use when I do clusters. And then I have some book page, just in case. And I'll put that right here. So let's get started. I think what I'll start with first is the paper clip, because that way it will dry and I'll be able to show you. So what you do is you take a strip of paper. This is 8.5 by 11. And I cut 1.5 inch strips of 8.5 by 11 paper. So this is 8.5 inches long, okay? And then I fold it. So I take it and I fold this down 2 inches. Then I fold this down just to here. So when it folds up, you've got this little space here, which will be easy for you to clip things on. So I don't go all the way down with this one. So again, I'll fold it down, then I fold it down again, but when I fold it, I make sure I don't fold it all the way. Then I fold this up and I'll just cut that off. That's just excess. And then you can keep that for collage or what have you. So I'll just cut this off because that's an extra piece. And I'll stick that right in here because I can use that maybe in one, something I made. And then, so it's like this. So you've got a W or an M, whatever. So you want to have the W, okay? So just like the W, you take your paper clip, you place it right here. And then you can take masking tape or paper tape, or you can glue it, but I always take some masking tape or paper tape. This is just paper tape. You can get it at any, medical supply or drugstore or something like that. So I have tons of it because, I've been in hospitals or what have you, and they send you home with it. And so I just take it and tape down the paper clip so I know it's not going to move anywhere. Okay. And then I'm going to lift this up and lift this up, and I'm going to glue those two. Okay. So I'll just take my glue. You don't need a lot. You just need enough to tack it down because that paper clip's not going to go anywhere. Just go over the tape like this. It's stringy. And press it down. And you can clip it afterwards and then just make a whole bunch of them. Cut 1.5-inch strips out of one piece of paper or cardstock or whatever you want. It doesn't matter what color it is. You can do any color. I just happen to have a yellow scrap, so I did it in yellow. And then what I'll do is I'll take some clips like this and just, oops. Oh, that doesn't want to stay. Let's see. I have another one right here. You can even use a paper clip. And then just put it aside and make another one. And then when you're all done, just take them and put them in a box. Now when I'm through making one of the clusters, I'll show you all the different things you can do with clusters. But I wanted to make this first because you could make a cluster for this and it would look really nice in your journal. So we'll put that aside to dry, and then we'll work on making a cluster. So what I do, I always make them small because that's just me, but you can make them as large as you want. And I love making these. They're very, they're very comfortable. It's just a fun thing to do, especially in mornings. I love to do them in the morning. And I have a journal that I work on. It's this one. I'll be working on this one in May. But I'll take this journal in the morning and I'll, be making some clusters or whatever. And I'll put a cluster, in one of the pages or what have you. Write something, that's, maybe inspired me. So I'll make clusters and keep them in a box. And then I'll add them to my own journals or add them to other journals or whatever. So, yeah, they're really fun to make. They're little pieces. To me, they're little pieces of art, they're fun. So I always put out my collections of what I need, and then I just, I do paper first. So I'm going to get some music sheet. So I always, you know, take it, and I always do about the same size. So I'm going to say about, they're typically about 4 inches, but 1, 2, 3 inches. So anyway, so I've got my paper. So my next step is either a fabric or a lace or some cheesecloth. So there's some cheesecloth. I'll get another piece just in case I need it. This is just dyed pink cheesecloth that I dyed when I was doing avocado dyeing. And I did some blue with some Easter egg dye that I was doing paper with that came out really pretty. I love it. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having fun crafting. So there's that. I don't know if I need 2 pieces. Let me just take 1 piece away. I think 1's enough because I want to see that music paper. I don't want to cover that up completely. So I've got my paper, fabric. So now it's paper. So let's see. I'm going to use, now some of these I ran through the embossing machine just to give it a little bit more texture. Some I've done on tracing paper. So I think I'll use the texture one. And if you tear it towards yourself, then you won't have any white space. And I was going to ink this, but I don't have my ink. So that's all right. We don't have to ink them. I don't usually ink anyway. I think I want it going this way, so tear it right like this. I'll put this back in my pile. Make sure the writing's going the right way. I think I'll put it like this. I don't typically put everything like, you know, I like to make things a little bit different, going in different directions, but still seeing, you know, all the different layers. So do that. Now, so I've done paper, sort of fabric, paper. Now I need maybe a fabric or a lace. So I'll just do a lace piece. And I'll just grab this. And then what I do with the lace is I kind of stretch it out a bit so I can pretty much see what's underneath it and make this a little bit more, so it's not so like just a piece of lace stuck on there. I'll just kind of like stretch it out a little bit and give it a little bit more character and dimension. So I'll place this right, like maybe going just right here. And then I need a focal point paper. So I'll go in my little box. And like I said, these are all cut down from the kit. So I've used, let's see, what can I use? I guess I'll use this one. I haven't used this one yet. And like I said, these are just from a paper punch. It's from one of these. So I just, when I have scraps, I do punches of circles and flowers and what have you. And then I put them in a box. And then I throw the rest of the scraps away. Or maybe this is like a little, it says like Dear Diary. Let me try that. Now I think I'll stick with this. So I'll put this here. Then I think I'll take a piece of doily. And I don't put a lot of things because then it just takes me forever because I am a very indecisive person. So if I only have a few things to choose from on my desk, then I'm far better off than you know, with having to choose things. So I like that. All right. So let's get this glued down. So I always kind of audition, if you will, first. And then I just take my glue. And I could sit here and do these all day. They're so fun. Now I'll take my cheesecloth and I'll kind of smush it up so it's not just laying flat. And my paper towel's right here. I use hand sanitizer on my paper towels. So I'll get the hand sanitizer out. This is dry. And I'll put some there, and then I'll use it for, you know, a little while. And it takes glue and inks and everything right off your fingers right away. And it dries very fast. So you don't have to worry about glues and stuff getting on your project. So I've got my cheesecloth and now my paper, which is embossed. Which, I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't have to emboss it. I just did. Yes, it's going the right way. So I kind of put it this way. And now the lace. And you don't need much of it. You could even do a piece of fabric, you know. You don't really need much. So I'll put the lace right kind of on top. Or maybe I'll have the lace going this way. I don't know, we'll see when I put it down. Now there's a wrong way and a right way to this lace. I always have to remember. And I kind of put it like on the flower or what have you and not on the little holes. And I'll kind of just smush that just a little bit to give it a little bit of dimension. And then I'll take, oh wait a minute, I'll take this first. Oops. And I'll put some glue on here. And as you can see, I'm putting it just like on the, not on the, where the holes are, but just enough to stick it down. And I'll just kind of tuck it under there. Oh, I just remembered I have some tea stained doily too. I could have used that. That would have looked nice. But that's all right. I love the pink cheesecloth. Okay, now I'll do my focal point, which is my little picture here. And you could use, well, it's, you're putting it on fabric, so fabric's probably best. Now where do I want to put this? I think here. No, I'm going to put it here. That looks good. And now instead of a button, I think I'll do a brad. Where's my cover to my glue? I just had it. That's all right. Brads. Here they are. Excuse me for 1 minute. Having a little sip of coffee. There. Thank you. So I'll just get a little brad and I'll do, let's see. I don't really want to do pink because it's all pink, so I want to do a different color. See if I can grab it. It's like a little blue flower. some different metal ones. Yeah, I like the blue. Gives it more color. And then sometimes I'll have to take a needle and just poke it through wherever I'm going to put it. And then I'll push this through the hole so that it gives it a little bit of help and doesn't bend the legs. Where's the hole? Oh, there it is. And I don't really think too much about it because I'll be here all day. So that is all done. I'm just going to kind of spread this up here a little bit. And there you go. You've got yourself a cluster. What can you do with a cluster? Well, there's lots of things you can do with them. Put those over there. You could, let's see if I have some in here. Oh, we need a word. I always put a word or a sentiment. This says love never fails. Fearless, focus, forgive. Let's see. Let's see. Begin. Well, it's your journal, whoever wins it. So what would you choose? Strength. Wait, love. I just saw it. Where is it? You could even do a number. I think I saw love, but I can't find it now. Oh dear. I'll do worthy. And then, let's see. I had some little, hold on. Oh, they're right here. Little glassine bags that you can put them on. So I'm just going to cut this paper off so that it's more straight. And I'll just kind of do this to the little corners. You don't have to, but it's cute. I'll just get a little bit of glue on there. I have a small bottle. I should have pulled that out. And put worthy right here. So now I have my word, my focal point. Then I have a little brad. Like here I have a button. On here I put a little flower petal, and I put a little tiny, one of these little tiny pearls, flat back pearls there. Here I put like a circle that I had punched out, and this is one of the postcards, believe it or not, but I just sized it down. And that's this piece. So I've got all my materials on there just the way I want them. So you could take your cluster and perhaps decorate a small glassine envelope and put a little note inside, or a dried flower, or anything inside there. And that would look really nice. You could put it on the side of a page like I showed you in the journal that I'm making. And our paper clip should be dry. So what you want to do is make sure that this part is, you want to put your piece on your paper clip this way so that it's easy to, you know, find where you want to place your paper. So we'll take, this one has some gold. I edged the paper whenever I do like swatching or whatever with my watercolors. Sometimes I'll just do the edges of paper, as you can see maybe in this one. So I'm going to use this one for here, and I'm just going to glue that on. So you could use them and make paper clips with them, which is, you know, really fun. And that's why I say, if you have these, you know, like 20 of them in a box, you can pull them out whenever you want. You can put anything on them, not just a, you know, not just a cluster, but, you know, anything. And then you're going to take this and you're just going to press that on here like this. And you've got yourself a really nice paper clip to clip onto a page, as opposed to, you know, gluing it on the page so the person who's receiving your journal or yourself, you can move it around, you know. That's really pretty. That's that one. And then this is the one we just made. And then we have this one too. This little, I think that says like Happy Mother's Day or something. I don't remember. It says peace down here, and there's a little flower petal. So what else can you do with them? Let's see. So you can make paper clips like this. You can put them on the edge of your journal, you know, on a page, like so. You can put it here. This is going to be an envelope that I will take and, you know, put on the edge. It will be a flip out. So you could take your cluster, say this one, and you could put it on your, you could glue it here, say, and then, you know, then it would flip out. It'll actually go something like this. For example, like this. And then this will go on, this could go on here, and then you could, you know, simply flip it out, and then you've got this opening here for a card or a journaling card or what have you. You could also make a belly band, and I'll show you. All you do, and then like I said, these strips are fabulous because you could put these, you know, take say a blank page and put this, you know, on the edge of a blank page, or it could be a belly band, and you could slide something, you know, underneath the belly band. So save, you know, your scraps like that. You could make a belly band with snippets, you know, with little clusters by taking a plain strip of paper and putting, say, one here and one here, and putting it, you know, pretend the flower wasn't there. Or you could have the flower there, but I'd have a wider strip of, you know, paper, and you could put your, you know, put your clusters on your belly band like so, and then, you know, tuck it underneath like that. And they're nice and flat. They're not, you know, it doesn't make the journal real bulky or anything. And the last thing you can do with them is, or I mean, there's many, 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 many more things you can do with them, but you could take a bulb pen, and where's the one with the paper clip? Here it is. See this little paper clip here? You could stick this into the paper clip or not. You could take it and possibly do something like if it will go through. Let me try to, I'll put it into the paper clip because you can kind of see that top of the paper clip right there. If you can see it. You just put your bulb pin in there. And then you could pin it to a page, you know, and have it pinned to a page like that. And that would look really pretty as well. And you've got it right there, you know, on the paper clip. So that would be an idea. So yeah, there's many things you can do with these sweet little items. You could even decorate an entire, I mean, this is really big. I wouldn't, you know, you'd need a much bigger cluster for this, but, you know, you could decorate, you know, a bag and then, you know, put something in the bag as a gift. You could make a tag out of this, you know, simply by placing it, you know, on a tag. I don't have one handy, but, you know, if this, well, if it were a little bit bigger, you know, this could be a tag. I'll just kind of make it look like a tag. And then you'd have a nice tag. So you could make up a bunch of them and then decorate whatever, you know, you wanted to. So there's lots and lots of things you can do with clusters. So that's about it. That's my video for today. I'm going to continue making some more clusters. And I will be back again, hopefully to work on this, or I don't know what I'll be working on. I've got so many journals in the works, but I wanted to work with this kit. Daisy is a very sweet friend, and she has beautiful digitals. I'll also show you the 8.5 by 11s that I told you about the next video, because I'm going to print it and frame it. I wanted to print it and frame it before I showed it. So, because she has a lot of them that you can print out on her website, on her Etsy, that you can print out full size of those, and all kinds of beautiful artwork that you can print out and, you know, actually frame and, you know, put on your wall. So that's it for today's video. And if you'd like to win, be entered into the getting this really pretty journal, I'd love to, you know, for one of you to have it. So please just leave a comment, just say hi. I mean, you don't have to leave a long comment or anything, just say hi. And I'll do the drawing a week from today. Okay? So until the next time, be well, be safe, be kind, and God bless. Bye, everybody.